doors open?
Whoa!
Looks like you found it!
But what I thought would be really kind of cool is if we could take a moment just to kind of hear a Buzzy story. And I thought, with Baba here, we want to start with some of these labels or some of the stories that some of the stories that maybe are slippery, but held by some of the younger generation.
Harry.
So Barry, you're Buzzy.
Oh, you're gonna be on camera.
Alright.
Give me this person. You want to see? He's taping. Good job.
Custom as I am to do in public.
Say cheese.
That's
I've only had wine and vodka. However, look at all the girls here. Wow, what a I have to start talking about my brother and sisters. Oh, excuse me. Well, we're with you. So the story was Mary Jane. Mary Jane was the good-looking member of the girl. I shouldn't tell you about it, Red. She was married. Mary Jane had bleached blonde hair, and she had the boys hanging around like cars got liver pills. And so Mary Jane, here I am, a kid about 14, and I'd never forget Don McCarthy was in an ensign uniform. I thought, son of a gun, is this guy one heck of a guy? So Mary Jane and Don McCarthy are down on the Rathskeller, and I'm trying to speak down there too. What is
Okay,
going
G-rated stories, please.
And Mary Jane had the boys all over the place, and my father would have a breakdown. Only because my father was so Catholic that if Mary Jane didn't get home by 12 or she was doing anything wrong, she was going to catch hell. So it was kind of interesting life as Mary Jane. Reggie, on the other hand, was noted for her marvelous things on how to get in trouble without really trying. She could just have my mother going 5 different ways south of China. I mean, my heavens. Reggie, for God's sakes, why'd you do that? Then she'd bring somebody home. Roseanne, that person's not qualified to be with you. and all hell would break loose. One of Reggie's great moments, I'll never forget, when she had a polymetal cyst when she was up at Trinity, which means you can't sit in your fanny. So she had a rubber tire that she would sit on and do that. And she created enough damage around the house to keep everybody going that way. Big Brother, on the other hand, was always very studious. So one thing about Big Brother, he sort of ran the show, but I think you heard when he died, he loved Matilda McDuffie, his first love of his life, and he's looking out the window saying Matilda, way the hell out in Fry's Hill saying, I love you, Matilda, and all the time. And then the other highlight was Big Brother, amongst other highlights. Pat was basically in the service when I was growing up. So we lived together like brothers do for maybe the first 12 years of my life. And then Pat was 6 years older, and off he went to Georgetown, or the Army, and then to Georgetown, etc. So a lot of snippets, whatever the word I would use, are missing about his career. Pat, two things about Pat. He was very good about cars. He had the best looking Chrysler when nobody would drive a Chrysler. Pat had a Chrysler that was absolutely terrific looking, and he had the girls. I mean, I have to give Big Brother credit. He was a lover. You know, he knew how to do
it. G-rated.
And of course, then Reggie fixed Pat up with Marge. And off we went to the races, and the highlight, which I think I mentioned up there, I'm the best man. I didn't know Dooley Coop. I was told what to do, which wasn't much. But the one thing my mother told me was, now, if your father wants to sing, my father, when he had about 3 drinks, wanted to sing, come to me. And my mother at your father's wedding reception said, in case your dad had don't even think about it. Well, who knows, 2 drinks later, I'm having a couple myself, all of a sudden.
16.
You know, so all of a sudden, here comes my father, Well, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, I guess. I think I want to sing Come, Come to Me. So, bum, bum, bum. Ladies and gentlemen, Raymond L. Buzzy's going to sing Come, Come, I Love You Only, which he did, and my mother's ready to kill me. But anyway, it was a very interesting family, to which we had a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. Obviously, Reggie wrote a lot of songs about drink Buzzy booze. And those, which, thank God, we all did drink a lot of. So other than that, to all you children, all you grandchildren, have a wonderful life and make sure flowers in spring, roses in fall, drink Buzzy booze, you'll be happy you are.
We're wondering, what, just so we can kind of think of this in a generational kind of terms, what was the secret to Old Barry?
Yeah, Old Barry, the label Old Barry.
Well, Old Barry.
What was that?
The secret to Old Barry is I'm still around. Okay, now wait a minute. There is, Annie has a DVD for all of you for who would like to see a little deal I did with Aunt Mary. Back in 1980 something.
Hey, you did Aunt Reggie's.
Aunt Mary, is that right?
Yeah, from 1984. Was it Aunt Reggie's?
Aunt Mary.
We were at Aunt Reggie's.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We were at Aunt Reggie's.
And it's Christmas. And Christmas.
Mary was that. Remember when Aunt Mary musically inclined?
Carrie's cuter than you. Let it out.
Where are we going? Oh, okay. I think I know where we're going.
Jay, Carrie, give us a kiss.
Alright,
Kiss. Kiss.
Kiss
Kiss
Cam.
Cam. Oh, there we go.
Kiss Cam.
the kiss cam's on. Oh, wait, look now. Rugby time.
That's right.
Look,
Thank you.
Barry,
JB, go turn that.
I didn't want to put you on the spot,
But
but there is all these kids over here that are betting $100 against me that you can't play the piano.
oh,
Okay, kids, get the hug.
And so,
Bingo.
our transition for dessert
it's a little musical.
Is the living room. Absolutely.
The whole town's batty.
Yeah, the old ring fast. Oh, God. Roll the tape. Roll the tape. Bring out the bourbon.
We'll give him vodka if that's what it takes.
You were thinking about not taking your family.
All right, we're gonna pause and move to the other room.